Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah. I'm currently converting a transit van into a camper van. This is episode 6 of many, and since you last saw me I've been busy, but it wasn't really worth videoing because it was boring stuff. Fitted another window in at the side. I've taken all the loom wire that used to go along all them clips there. And I've now taken it and put it all behind all them panels there. It comes out there, goes across the top, comes back out there, and then goes in there and goes all the way down the door. Also, I've done all this insulation in the walls here. I've finished off all this silver stuff, but I've now still got to put tape down it, and then obviously the foil in the front of it. What else have I done? I've also taken all the floor up and put all the lats in between the beams, the metal beams on the floor. So I've glued all the lats down. I've not secured the floor down to the lats yet, because I need to fit the diesel heater on the floor there and drill holes through the floor, and also I need to do a storage tank underneath here for the wastewater, which obviously I'll need to fix through the floor. So I'm going to do that first before I fix the floor down. So if you're new to my channel, you'll see in this bottom corner there's a little button that you can click on that says subscribe. If you click on that and then click on the bell, you'll get notified every time I upload a new video, and then you won't miss an episode. If you've seen episode 3 and 4, I think it is, you'll have seen me put in the shore power outside, and also maybe number 2, you'll have seen me put the solar panels on the roof. Today I've decided to do some interesting stuff and tackle some power. So that includes like the inverter, the consumer unit, the 12 volt fuse box, and on the batteries as well. Also this week I've obviously been doing all this in the garage, so I've built myself a nice little power station. What we have here is the inverter, which is a 2000 watt inverter charger. We have the fuses. The left hand one is for the inverter, which is a 200 amp. The second one in on the left is the main battery connection, which is a 250 amp. The one next to that is a 100 amp. That's from the 12 volt fuse box in the middle there, and the one on the right is a 40 amp for the solar charger, which is also a 40 amp solar charger. So the way it works, we have a consumer unit. The blue switch here is for the solar panel, and the red switch is for the 230 power. This here is an isolator just for the solar panels. Basically the wire comes in from the roof in the solar panels into the top of the switch. It comes out at the bottom of the switch and it goes up to the solar charger, which are these wires here. Then it comes out of there into the battery cables, which are that one and that one, and they go into the fuses, which is that one for the fuse, and then that one for the neutral cable. We have the 12 volt power, which is obviously coming from the batteries, but it goes into there and then comes out, I think it's that one there, into the bus bar. This is the negative terminal bus bar, and then it comes into this 100 amp fuse up here, which is an ANL fuse, and then there's the bus bar that connects all of them together at the top there, which I've obviously put loads of tape around to stop you electrocuting yourself. This here is the cable for the shore power. That goes into the inverter charger, and then it comes out as 2 13 amp plugs, which will then be another plug going from here back down to the consumer unit for the switches that operate all the lights and the sockets around. And obviously this is going to be connected to the USB connections and the fan and anything else that's 12 volts. I've still got to finish the cables. These are for the batteries, which I'm going to put 2 separate batteries there and above it, and then I'll obviously have to link these to that and build a wooden surround around that wheel arch. Every time we put this stuff in for the bed, I did actually put in 2 of these, but it was too high. and when I laid across it, it was too close to the window, so I thought I'd lower it down by another one of them, and also made it easier to see out the window through the mirror as well when I'm driving. Also this week I've got one of these swivels for the driver's seat. I'm currently having a bracket made so that it makes this wider. Basically this was a universal, and the van that we have has got quite a wide seat at the base, so I'm just having a couple of plates made to go around like a U shape to make this wider, and they'll make it fit straight onto the base of the van seat. Currently I'm making up this the shore power, so I need to put one of these on one end and then this on the other end, and I can connect it up to the power in the house and I can work in the dark. Seeing as these days now it's getting into winter, we haven't got that much daylight in the day, so obviously putting this together and connecting it up now means I'll be able to do stuff when it gets dark in the van and still have loads of light, because I've temporarily fitted a 5-foot LED batten on the ceiling just with some cable ties, just so that I can turn the power on at night, and it's bright as hell, so it'll be nice and bright in here, I can do what I want. And there we have it. So that's basically a 2.5mm Arctic cable. I think this one's about 20 meters, and then you've got I've got a 16 amp C-form they're called, plug and socket, although Amazon and people call them trailing sockets. I'll leave the item in the description, so if you want to order any of these separately you can make them yourself. Obviously a bit of a disclaimer, if you don't know what you're doing with electrics, don't take my advice and do it yourself. Obviously get somebody who knows what they're doing. I've got experience in the electrical business, so I'm okay. Hi guys! So remember when I said that I was going to put a swivel seat on the driver's seat, and I got some plates made up, and this is what I've got. So I've already removed the chair, which are basically just held in by these 4 T40 Torx, and I've noticed that there's this track for pulling the seat backwards and forwards. Well, fortunately there's one on the seat as well, so all I'm going to do is fit some spaces here. Obviously once the plate goes over, then ones will be useless, so if I put some spaces in the corners where the screws are, the teeth will just have to rely on the ones on the bottom of the chair. So I've put a light coat of spray on there just to stop them going rusty, and I've drilled some holes through here to fix to the swivel that I bought, and now all I need to do is mark out where it's going to fix to the base. So all I'm going to do for that is slide it back there, mark here, to mark the distance between here and there to where the screw is going to be, and slide it back over there, so I reckon it's probably going to be about there, but I'll measure it. Well, that's the holes cut for the bottom of the swivel, although I'm going to change them all for normal M8 bolts, because these ones that are with the seat are a bit short, and I still need to put spaces underneath, so I'm going to put some longer ones in for that. And there we have it, kids. Tiny little things to sort out. Right, the height of the handle is back there, and when you lower the seat down, it kind of squashes the handle of it, so I need to cut it out above there. So I've moved the cover at the bottom of the handbrake, and I've taken out the battery, and now I need to remove this box from here. Get to the screws and that hold the handbrake on. Okay, so I've got the seat out, I've got the box out, I've got the battery out, and I've got the cover off for the handbrake. I just need to now grind a piece of metal wire to get the support out for the handbrake, and then hopefully I can lower it down. So I just need to cut this piece out here, and then I can pull that out. It'll obviously not go past the seat belt cable intact, so I'll cut that out and come back. Oh, and by the way, you do actually have to take out the 4 T55 Torx bolts in the bottom of the seat, or the bottom of the driver's seat, and take the base out of the way slightly, otherwise you can't actually get out the bracket for the handbrake. You can't get it out. So basically what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to try and do, is cut this across here and cut that piece off there. So cut that off straight across there, and hopefully it should sit flat on the floor then. And then maybe chop some of these bolts off here, because they're obviously no use to man or beast now, and measure where the holes are going to be, and then drill some more straight through there, and put some normal bolts in if necessary. So with that out of the way now, that will go a lot lower and just rest on the floor basically. So I've cut all them off, and it does appear that first bolt there, that one there, fits through that big hole. So I'm just going to put a big spacer on the other side, put a nut on it, and then re-drill a bolt through here, or just below there, so it fits into this nut, and I can fix that from the other side. And then that should be in a prime location. So I've put a big washer on the inside of that and a nut on there, and then it's got, if you can see, it's down there somewhere, yeah, behind that piece of plastic, but it's got 2, that one there, and that one there, and it does the trick. And it should be that level at the bottom of that seat. So, ideal. Well, I've put it all back together again, and it does turn around, funnily enough. That's the result. It's a bit of a faff to turn around. You have to jiggle one poke a bit. Apart from that, I've just got one little thing to do. The seat belt, there's a wire that comes out, and when you spin it around it gets caught under the chair. So I might just fix that permanently. So I think I'll end this episode here. There is obviously some more to do with the electrics, obviously for the lights and all that kind of stuff. That'll be in the future, and I do need to make a box or some kind of shelving unit for the batteries to go on, which I haven't even started yet. But there's quite a few little things that I'm working on, multitasking as I do, all at the same time. But no doubt I'll put them in the next video. So don't forget, if you are actually enjoying these videos, there's a subscribe button in that corner. Give it a click, and basically there's a little bell by the side. If you click on that as well and click on all, you'll get notified on everything I put on, which is mainly just videos anyway. Don't forget to smash that like button if you actually enjoyed it, and maybe share it with your friends or anyone you like who's into this kind of stuff, who might need a hand doing their own build. So until next time, I'll get this on YouTube. Bye!